G'day viewers, well I've got the plumbing somewhat done. It's not perfect, but I'm going to work on it a bit better. I'm going to go through this filter, fix the ceiling up and third tape everything through here. Normal filter which you can buy off the shelf locally. There's a new filter in here. That's how they go in here, and from there to the oven. Those are quite good filters, those. They're very, it's about $350 for that cartridge. So I'm going to run it through a P420 anyway to get more life out of it, because they, those cartridges are actually, the BWT are really, they're one of the best in water filtration. So in order to keep healthy and to prolong the life of your equipment, the manufacturer of Unox, they recommend BWT. Both, of course, more healthier, cleaner water, and the oven will last so much longer. Because the amount of shit that's in the minerals and the metals in our town water, it's unbelievable. So I've got the setting for cooking some steam buns at the moment. 15 minutes according to the recipe, 100% steam, fan speed up 4, fast as it goes. My network's a bit stuffed, so I was hoping for it to work, but it doesn't work correctly for some reason. I've got to put a bit of this internet, rid of this cable here. They had to replace the whole run inside the roof of the house because the cable had a kink in it. It was cheap cable, so I got a bit of a better cable. I tested the to this point here back to the modem, and it was testing fine. So I'm going to redo this cable management. I've got a shorter piece to go straight to the oven. This is just a mess. I'll fix that. And I'll have a shorter hose from one of these taps to go straight to my filter. And that one air conditioner with this hose here. I'm going to wash things down. And I'm going to redo the drainage. A Chinese rack from our oven in the house, our main Chinese oven, which had a spare rack sitting at the bottom of it, which didn't fit the oven, but it fits this one. The actual trays, the gas tray trays, actually go in here, aren't they? There anyway. They're available at any food wholesaler. I gave it a good dip and rinsing the day before this, yesterday. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get some Brasso and some magic eraser and some of these and do it all by hand just to polish it, get it really shiny. It doesn't look good when it's all looking all scuffed up and tarnished. I'll polish it. It looks better anyway. Just it was looked after this oven, but it wasn't cleaned as much as I should. The chefs just use it and use it and use it. They only clean it once or twice every week or something like that. When ideally, the amount of use this you had previously, it should be cleaned deep once a day. Ideally. 12 hours of cooking, then you run it overnight, do a deep, long clean for 2 hours every time. But they didn't do that, so that's the result. It's just going to get scuffy inside. I'll do a cleaning video on it, or cleaning. It should look like a mirror in there. And this glass is all tarnished because they had the dip rinse when they were using that. That's sodium hydroxide or caustic soda in liquid form in there. And when that was residual on the glass, it wasn't properly rinsed off, and they cooked with it straight away. Then that, with the high temperatures, it etched into the glass and wrecked the glass. So that's $1,300 for a new glass there. It's one of these. Layered glass in the frame. This one's got a heat treating on it, with a coating on it. That's $1,300 right there. Not cheap. And that one doesn't actually fit either. I was going to put the things on this side and put the mounts on here, but it doesn't quite fit in here, so it doesn't fit, unfortunately. It's like a baker top. Yeah. It just doesn't look as clean, that's all. It'd be nice to be able to see in there like a new oven, just to have a look so you can actually see the food clearly what it's doing, but well. I'll probably, I'll keep my eyes peeled for a second-hand good one from a junk oven or something somewhere. There'd be bound to be one come up and somewhere in my travels, I reckon. See how we can do. And the Mind Maps pen, you've got to buy this whole handle to get that pen out of it. I have got I did have a replacement, but it didn't fit wherever that's gone. Don't know where that went, but anyway, I'll make one. Anyway, The idea of this sort of set, you could put one ingredient, veggies, different types of veggies in this one, and the alarm will go off at different settings where each one elapses and take one out at a time, each rack. Pretty good though, good concept. I was using the, this is a quicker way, a much quicker way of preparing your food than using domestic appliances, that's for sure. So, basically it's unbalanced load across 3 phases. You've got 2 of the phases and a heating element, or the heating elements, there's 2 of them in there on this particular model, and the remaining phase runs all the control circuitry, all your 240 volt parts of the oven. I think isn't the best, but I'm going to fix that. Redo the mounting on these filters and make it all properly. Probably could have a bit of a tighten too, I reckon. It might be leaky. The rationale Combi ovens have a big boiler tank inside, which tends to scale up. It works just as well as steaming. It just blows out the side behind where the fan is, and it shoots steam in a cooking chamber. And blows out with one of these. There's a little climber flat for your precise cooking. This is a little different. This does the same thing, but it's more simple. The less they go wrong. The rationales there. Their boilers love scaling up in those ones. Overall, a good oven, but just more things that go wrong. You really got to look after them ovens. Especially with water filtration. It's super critical having a good water filter on a rationale oven. Especially the Combi Pros, because there's a lot of scale build up and it gets into places where you really can't get into to clean it. So, anyway. Sure is steamy. I might even put a truck exhaust flap on this thing. Yeah, I tell you if it's a cold morning. It might get a bit greasy. We do a lot of greasy roasts and things, and might become a bit of a problem under here, but I'll work on that later. But overall, it's worked out pretty good. It's worked out really well. I got it levelled nice and good, which is very important with these ovens. You've got to have it level perfectly, otherwise these ovens don't have a chassis that can warp and twist and the door won't close properly, especially the bigger tall 20 tray ones. Pretty much any Combi oven, it's got to be perfectly level, which I've got it nice and ruddy, solid as a rock. As you can see, it's doing the it calculates and knows when it's doing the right thing. The little intelligent chef thing there uses the sensors in the oven, which they all appear to be working nicely. That's just a probe anyway, but using the probe is for something different, for cooking the roast or something. You jam the meat probe in, and the chef's doing his thing. There he goes again. The meat probe's good for doing your roasts, and it'll pick the temperature just right. Yeah, it's doing its little calculation there. One day I'll do a roast in this thing, do a good crackling pork roast, so they're using the meat probe, it'll be perfect. So, better than any domestic bloody oven anyway. Domestic oven, you pretty much got to friggin', plus you got to clean the bastard. This, all you got to do is set it to clean itself. It does its own chemicaling and everything, so much better than any domestic oven. Even a domestic steam oven, the Miele's and the high-end Westinghouses and Bosch ovens just have a cup, you suck the water in a cup in a tank inside to steam, but you still got a soft, it doesn't soft clean. This is just so much better. So much better than any domestic crap. Nice and steamy. Like a little steam train. Now it's starting to rain. Oh dear. It's a cold morning, see? Ah, well. Ah, well. You can see the finger marks for the time it's worn this out, but this is all replaceable anyway. This is compatible, and this is compatible with the newest model interface, which is all smooth glass. Nothing to scuff up. Yeah, almost done. I've got the chemical for this as well. I've got a couple of, probably about 12 or 15 bottles, but it's not this one. It's stronger again. This is Dettritz Plus. The one I've got is Dettritz Ultra, which has a lot more caustic in it. We can't mix them either. When this is completely empty, I'll use that one. Basically, the 1 litre bottle screws in here, pierces, automatically fills it up. It takes 2 of those bottles to do it. I'll probably take all this set anyway, dismantle it when it's empty, take this all completely up and wash it all. Give it a good clean. Almost there, goes yellow, less than a minute remaining. Almost there. There's a setting to turn this LED on as well. This LED turns off when the door's open so it doesn't blind you. There's somewhere in the settings that can turn that on so they're both on when the door's closed and cooking for a good viewing experience. Anyway, ready to there. Should go green when it goes below 10 seconds, so it'll go green and it'll start beeping so it's ready. Okay, there you go. No, it didn't go green. Different cycle, different mode of cooking. Anyway, almost there. It's going to get steamed up. There we go, now it goes green. Oh, that was just about ready. Oh, nice and warm on a common. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Look at that. Look. There you go. Breakfast is ready.
Daddy, I want to put it on the
Okay, viewers. I spent some time cleaning this thing by hand and got manually polished it by hand. Well, I get as much of that shine back I possibly can. A little magic erase, a bit of brasso, and a bit of almost cut my hands open later. Ready to plug in properly. Pre-filter and the main filter, so get as much of it as I possibly can. I want to purge it a little bit first, get the air out of the system, because the says to do that with these little filters. Just purge some water out, because it does tend to because it's a brand new filter, you're going to have a bit of media come out of it, as with most water filters. So I'll do that for a couple of minutes first before I start the cleaning, because that can stain up solenoids and block solenoids and things in the oven. Okay, we'll select Rotor Clean. What do I, softening. Do a short one again. After that we'll do a rinse. Because it does leave a bit of chemical of this stuff behind. I got most of the residue off now, polished it off and it came good. But see what it does to the glass? It's ruined the glass. So that's an expensive mistake to make when you own ovens like this. If you don't get that residual chemical off completely, the high temperatures will let shit into the glass and wreck the glass. Anyway, I can just get some generic more racks like that and a tray one to go in here. I polished up as best I could and I'm going to do another good wash. It will start and stop, or purge itself, put soap through it and it will stop and do nothing for a couple of minutes to give it time to take effect. Then it washes the soaps. Pretty cool how it does it. Rush it out a little bit different. You put tablets in the fans and it soaks it that way. It sprays, just gushes water everywhere in there. This one's a little more efficient how it does it. Anyway, water's starting to go in. I'll give it some minutes or we'll see the top rotor spin. Okay, you can see a little wash arm like a dishwasher spin around. It's just rinsing water at the moment and it will start putting chemical in. The water looks much shinier than that as I did my manual cleaning. I sort of work on the drainage now, that's the only thing. But there's no leaks. Tightened up this leaky hose clamp. It's worth having a pre-filter, especially with a filter like that. Those are expensive. But this will almost, I could run drinking water through this system actually. I'll get some drinking water out of this. You get some really good clean drinking water. Anyway, see you in there. Gets It's nice and wet. A bit of my residual shit in there, but I was doing my manual cleaning, so some of that's going to come off. We'll wait for a bit, cook the water a bit, make it into steam, and then we'll start pumping chemicals. There's a solenoid pump inside here, like a coffee machine pump. It pumps the chemical out of here and purges it through with the water, like a Venturi. It sucks it through and mixes it. It's quite it's quite a strong smelling stuff. It's good stuff. The best way to clean an oven anyway, other than using manual oven cleaners. I might as well clean it now while we're here on video, eh? Give it a quick polish. Polish it up. Yeah. Kitchens tend to be very dirty. They got this grease off it. It was adjacent to a deep fryer. Not right next to one, but several feet away. The soap sort of taking effect. Cool, be careful this stuff. It's going to burn. It will burn. Caustic. There we go. Clean it right up. No, just tore my stuff away. Weak as piss, this stuff, but it does a good job cleaning. There you go. You see it go there. Reflective in there now. Looks real nice. This will go for about an hour or so. This is a short cycle. I shouldn't need to a longer cycle. After I've done this, I'll do a calibration on it, just to make sure it's all 100%, and that's it. It's all fully set up. It's recommended that they calibrate Combi ovens every 12 months. These and the Rationales and Combo therms. If you're doing a little steaming or vitalising, or where it involves steaming overnight or something like that, it will tend not to cook the food properly. If you rule everything else out component-wise, it's all not faulty. It can be a calibration issue. Anyway, let that clean. It'll clean this rack nicely too. It's only a cheap Chinese stainless steel rack. Time will tell how long it lasts. I mean, the ones you buy anyway that are aftermarket come from China anyway, but I was, let that go. Let it be nice and clean. Anyway, that will take time, as I say, as you can see. Anyway, thanks for watching.